It's time for our favorite segment. It's become our favorite segment. That's right. It's No Dumb Questions.
Just dumb people.
And for those of you who don't know, No Dumb Questions is brought to you by our smart friends at NerdWallet. If you want to make smarter decisions about your finances, ask the nerds at NerdWallet. If you want someone to answer your not dumb questions, ask two dummies. This week, it's from Isaac Vink.
Isaac!
Dude, do you think I would be a good, so far my name pronunciations, would I be a good substitute teacher or would I just butcher everybody's name?
I think you've been way more on point than me.
All right.
I'd be that substitute. I sack.
Why did every substitute teacher of all time pronounce our name Khalees?
Khalees.
I got Khalees over and over. I'm like, there is not another. It's an L and a C. Where are you getting this E or I or whatever you're putting in between the two consonants here?
It's because they weren't doing their homework on Polish last names.
What, are we Polish?
I don't know.
Do we even know what we are?
American?
We're American. Yeah,
right,
that's about as close as we get. Isaac Vink. It's actually a really timely question with all of the 1-yard mishaps from this week's games.
Man.
Could an average person gain 1 yard on a rushing play? Do you want to take it first?
I say yes if it can't be like it's not 3rd and 1 game on the line. That ain't happening. If it,
yeah, that's tight.
You know
it's
I mean?
tight. Yeah, that's tight. Hole's going to close quick. Hole's going to close quick.
I would love to see it. Ooh. Probably isn't going to end well for the ball carrier.
Yeah, you got to look at 1st and 10, 2nd and 10. There's got to be a threat of somebody else of a pass play, right?
You can't just be thinking, okay, this is the run. We know which
Here comes the
coming.
run.
Yeah.
All right, let's put some stats out there, some analytics. The average height of an American man, 20 years old, is just over 5'9".
Ooh, America's getting taller. America's getting taller.
Is it?
Yeah.
What did it used to be?
It used to be 5'8". Now it's 5'9".
How about that? All right. The average height is, how long have you been compiling American heights? How do you?
I don't know. I just remember looking it up at one point in my life.
And it was 5'8"?
It might not have been 20 years old, though. I don't know. Keep going.
All right. The average height is 197.9 pounds. That is, of course, this is an American statistic. We're in the imperial system. The average size of an NFL player is 6'2", 245 pounds. So we're looking at a significant size difference here.
In terms of everyone on the field.
Yeah.
Literally everyone.
That's an average about 50 pounds heavier.
The only way it's possible is if it's a 1st or 2nd down play, and the safeties are so deep and the corners are so deep that the O-line...
It's quarters.
Yeah, exactly. Safeties.
So you got to get into the right look. We're not just going to we're not going to do a called run for you. We're going to go to a run that's got to check, and if it's not a good look, we got to get out of it. But the right look, I think you can get a yard. Anybody can get a yard. You hand them the ball. If it's a hat on a hat, you got a hole right there.
Meaning everybody blocks who they're supposed to block. There's no missed blocks up front.
Everyone's accounted for.
Safeties are deep. Corners are deep.
Yeah.
Everybody, linebackers, D-line are all accounted for. You can get a yard. You might be able to get more than your 1 yard.
I can't guarantee you're going to survive after you get a yard.
You might want to go down. Take that hit.
Yeah. They got to be willing to take the hits. My favorite Rocky quote. I don't know how it's going to go after that yard. I kind of think I know. If Derwin James can do what he did to you, imagine what he's doing to somebody 5'9", 197 pounds. But
how is this not?
I think we got to practice.
Man.
We got to practice sliding.
Tell me there's enough people out here that would sign up to be able to go 1-on-1 and gain 1 yard for.
I think there's a lot of people. I think there's a ton of people that would love to do that. Or think that they would love to do it, and then you get hit, and you're like, that regret that decision. But yeah, Derwin James. You want to talk about a power bomb? That's going to be vicious. What play are you dialing up? I'm going dive. Well, I think the obvious answer is you just line up and you QB sneak it for a yard. When the defense isn't suspecting it, you'll definitely get a yard. But that's no fun. So I'm probably going dive. and do not bounce it.
Do not bounce.
Stay behind that double team.
All your blockers are inside. Yep. You stay inside. The minute you get outside that tackle,
it's not going to go good.
That's when you meet Derwin James. That's when
you ever seen that Jadeveon Clowney hit from what was that, Florida State? Was that Texas A? Where was he at? No, it's South Carolina.
That was dive. Dive.
I know exactly what it was. And that was, hey, let me tell you, Warren, dude, that might be, could you imagine somebody,
oh my gosh,
like an average person getting the ball?
just get ragged. The kid that got ragdolled, that he tackled that game against Michigan.
Hey, he might have been 197.
He might have been 5'9", 197.
I don't think he was.
And that's what happens. I'll tell you what you're not doing is you're not throwing a pass, okay? You're not throwing a pass.
Yeah. It's got to be a rush.
There are so many variables, man. Are you kidding me? You throw a pass, like let's say it's a slant or a hitch. That's like you trying to catch a pass while you're like running across a freeway. Bullets are just zoom, 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 zoom. And you got to worry about seeing it into the hands, catching it, and like feeling the defense a lot harder, I think, to catch and gain a yard than it is to run and gain a yard for sure.
I think running it too is also just safer. You know, you just run, you get your yard, you kind of go down. You get a ball out in some space. These guys, hey, we can pursue now. The NFL can pursue. And
that's arguably the biggest difference from college to the NFL on the offensive side, especially with somebody with the ball in their hands like that. Yeah. The stop on the dime and like cut back, there's dudes hawking you at 300 pounds. You do not want to go inside. I picked up a fumble one time, and I thought I was going to stiff arm a cornerback, and he was on me faster than I could get my arm out there. It happens quick. Boy's got some speed. Yeah. Well, I think that's all we got. I mean, is there anything else you got to add? What play are you running? I mean,
you got to run dive, right?
Yeah.
What else are you going to?
I'm going weak. I'm going weak dive though. You get the fullback going to the weak side.
Oh, you're going two back.
Yeah. I mean, you got to have a cleanup guy.
Okay.
Someone that paved the way, maybe, make a hole for you.
Yeah. All right.
I can get Ed Kelce a yard. No, maybe not Ed.
Yeah, Ed doesn't have – he's got bad knees.
He's got new knees.
He does have new knees. All right. That was No Dumb Questions for this week. And it, once again, was brought to you by NerdWallet. If you want to make smarter decisions about your money, check out our friends at NerdWallet. If you want someone to answer your not dumb questions, again, keep asking us.
All right now.
Hey.